Well, wouldn't you know it, about the time we're going to introduce our anchor speaker, we get an airplane flying out here. I think that's fitting, because this is all about dealing with the turbulence in the economy. And here's a guy I'm going to introduce to you who has really made networking pay off. And for this, I need all of your attention once again. Shh. How many of you know an electrician who has a truck and an ad in the paper and waits by the phone to get business? Well, that's kind of the model or the mold of the way electricians operate across the country. They kind of wait, kind of like the fireman or the Maytag repairman, waiting for something to go wrong and they need to call you up. We have a guy here tonight, and you can tell by the fleet of blinking trucks out here, that's not the Maytag repairman, he's not the fireman, he's not your average electrician. Here's a guy who has built a business empire, and he's done it the same way that you can build your business, by effectively networking, knowing how to meet people, knowing how to understand people, knowing how to make the difference that's going to make you as successful as he is. Ladies and gentlemen, this businessman, you all know him. He's our host here tonight. He's the person who is really setting the world on fire in terms of using networking to make a difference. The most successful person in the electrician business that I know, my favorite electrician, ladies and gentlemen, from KC Electrical Services tonight, Mr. Kent Crook.
Great job, thank you. Well, I want to say thank you, Barry, for those kind words. I appreciate that. Actually, I'm a very humble person. Nobody really ever sees the trucks that I have out there. People always ask me, Kent, I see your trucks everywhere. And I say, no, it's actually just one. I drive it in circles. But today, you get to see really what I've built. And I've built this through networking. This is the secret. This is, you know, the buzz about the secret. This is the real secret, networking. Okay? I live and breathe networking. I probably belong to 10, if not 11, networking organizations. And now, all of us here, I mean, do me a favor, everybody in the room, raise your hand who belong to a networking organization. Anybody owns any organization, look at the hands up. Okay, this guy's jumping up and down. He's excited about it. You should be excited about it. I'm excited about it. To me, it was a little thing that I found that no other contractor was doing. And I was like, I couldn't believe there's no electricians, there's no plumbers, there's no roofers, there's no contractors. It was a wide open field for me. And I was that guy that joined an organization, and I sit in the back of the room. And I was that shy guy that talked to nobody. But I sit back and I listen and I learned. And you people right here tonight, if you can listen to what I'm saying, the hair guy over there who's talking a lot, hey, psst, hair guy. What's his name? The guy from, there we go. Listen, please, we're talking here, thank you. No. But what I want to talk about tonight is ways to network professionally. I mean, not professionally, but just, there's simple rules. Number one, throw away your business card. Somebody once told me that. Actually, I went to a B&I meeting. And what this guy meant by throw away your business card was stop going around and stuffing your card in people's faces. You'll never see me hand you a card unless you ask for it. Because I know if you ask for my card, that means that you want it and you'll keep it. If I ask you for your card, that means that I'm interested in you and I might need your business. Okay, so that's the first little secret. Stop passing out your business cards. Wait for somebody to ask you about them. The second little thing that I've learned is, another thing I learned was stop hanging out with your friends, okay? These networking groups, you have your friends, you see them all the time. Say hello to them, shake their hand, hug them, give them a kiss, but move on. I always sit at a table, at least I used to always. I have a problem now because I have so many friends and networking buddies, I can't sit at a table that I don't know anybody. But I'd always sit at a table that I didn't know people. And then I would meet 10 new people. And then next week, I'd jump at another table and I'd sit there and I'd meet 10 new people. If you go in a group, 3 or 4 people, never sit at the same table. Sit at 3 different tables if it's 3 different people. Meet 30 people. That's what it's about. Building relationships, okay? I've learned that relationships are the most important thing. The relationships you build through networking is what makes you successful. Wouldn't you, okay, right now, I'm going to do a little thing right now. For the next 2 minutes, okay? You got 2 minutes to do this. Turn to somebody you do not know next to you. Ask them what their favorite dessert is, okay? Ask them what their favorite dessert is. Go ahead. Okay, okay. It's a quick 2 minutes. We want to make this fast so we can get back to drinking and eating and networking. I want everybody back with me, please. Okay? Hello? Come back here. Hello, hello. I know I started it, okay? But now we need to end it. Everybody, come back to me right here. Listen to the secrets. If you want to be successful, okay, go to a group. And when you go there, stop talking about business. Obviously, that's a perfect icebreaker. Ask somebody what they do, okay? And then, you know, if they're interested, keep talking about business. But if it's not that much interest to you, hello, everybody? Okay. I think this is important. You guys all came here tonight, and I want to give you some information that I've learned from networking. And next time you go to a networking organization, next week, next month, ask somebody, have they had any cherry pie? Have they had any apple pie? Have they had any ice cream? Remember what their favorite dessert is. Remember things about people. Okay. Anybody here? Okay. Thank you for joining me. Another secret is to, well, I've talked to you about not sitting with your friends. Forget your friends. I've talked to you about business cards. There's actually a lot other things too that are important. I think Mary Scott Russell at Chamber South is going to doing a seminar that you can join the chamber and go to a meeting and learn about how to professionally network. A year ago, I happened to be at one of Barry's events at a Greater Miami Chamber conference lunch, the first time I was ever there. And sitting across from me was this lady back here, Pat Morgan. Hi, Pat. Wave your hand, Pat. Thank you. Pat Morgan from Smooth Sailing. I got to meet her, and next thing you know, within 10 minutes, I found out that she was also from Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma. We made a connection. Well, over the last year, we've ran each other at Pinecrest, Palmetto Bay, WKBA, and we built a relationship. And only because I built a relationship, because we talked about something else besides business. Well, believe it or not, next month, Pat and I are going to do talk radio. It's going to be Smooth Sailing with Pat and Kent. That's coming next month, so you guys are more than welcome to listen to that also. Other people that I've met through networking. Let me tell you a little story. Way back when, my first networking group that I joined was TABA. I don't know if anybody remembers TABA. TABA was the precursor of WKBA, West Kendall Business Association. Actually, George Pena, stand up for a second here. Say hello. George Pena. Great. George Pena, who's now the president of West Kendall Business Association, came up to me and asked me, hey, Kent, my mother needs some work at her house. We take care of it. And I got my guys there, and I took care of it. I took care of the problem. I respected him and his time. And from that time, that was my first time I really got to meet George. Well, next thing you know, through that, I wanted to get my guys insurance. I wanted to have a better company than everybody else. I knew George. I already knew George. So who else was I going to call? Wasn't going to open a phone book and pick out somebody I don't know. I had a relationship with George. And at that point, I started using him for my insurance, for my health insurance, for Aflac, for dental care. It all comes through George because I met him through networking. A funny story that I can talk about that too. A month or so ago, you know there's a lot of bankers in here, a lot of insurance people. And I had an insurance guy come up to me and ask me, Kent, he called me, Kent, you know, we want to do your insurance. I can give you a price, I can save you money, blah, 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 whatever. And I said, listen, I appreciate it, but I'm going to be straight with you, okay? I have an insurance guy. He happens to be a good friend of mine. Even if he's $5 more, I'm still going to use him because he's a friend, and I know he has my best interest there. Wouldn't you rather do business with your friend that you know you could go to if you need him, even if he was $5 more, than going to that big box store? It's about building relationships. Okay, I don't know if Carmen Tapitas is here tonight from Eastern Financial Bank. Carmen, another one of those people I've met through networking. I have a lot of bankers here. A lot of bankers want my business, and I can understand why. Everybody wants business. Carmen always said, Kent, when am I going to get your business? Kent, when am I going to get your business? I said, Carmen, do me a favor, jump the wall. Because her bank, right on the other side of the wall of Publix, is where my office is. And then next time I saw her, Kent, when am I going to get your business? I said, do me a favor, jump the wall. Well, you know what? She finally jumped the wall. No, I'm kidding. She actually drove around, brought an associate. They set up a table in my office. They actually signed up 80% of my employees. She also gave them $75 to go to her bank. A bank gives money away. Can you believe that? Well, needless to say, she's now my banker. She does things for me, like if I get a big check, I can go to Carmen and she'll okay it so it does not hold it for 3 or 4 days because I have a relationship with her. Networking is about relationships. Let me talk a little bit about what you see out here today. Okay, I'm big on marketing and branding. You'll never see me unless I'm out with my wife for dinner without a KC shirt on. There's KC water bottles. I think there's about 50 people in the crowd with KC shirts. You got to brand yourself. You have to set yourself apart from everybody else. Okay. As you can tell, I'm shy. You can look at my trucks. Okay, they stand out. But you have to stand out in a crowd. If you're going to be the guy sitting in the corner, you're going to go nowhere. You need to get yourself out in front of people. You need to meet people. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the secrets about how my business is successful. And the funny thing is, why my business is successful are those simple things that you learned in life as a child. Respect people, respect your elders, respect people's time. I'm the only contractor in South Florida that has a guarantee on time or on us, okay? I can do it. I've had a dozen of my friends, Kent, you're crazy, how can you do that? But you know what, you can do it. All you have to do is set an appointment and do your best to get to it. And that couple times that you're late, there might be a problem, all you gotta do is pick up the phone call and tell a homeowner that you're gonna be late. I've been doing it for a year. I have not once had to give anybody their money back. I also do emergency service. If it needs to be done today, I will do it today. That's what sets me apart. Because how many people call up their contractor, I'll be there in 4 days. No, if you want it done today, I'll do it today. But what I tell my customers is that, let me have your cell phone. Go to work, take your kids to the park, go shopping. Don't sit at home all day waiting for me. I'm respecting your time. I'll call you an hour before I get there. People love it. People appreciate it. It's the little things in life. I actually, and once again, I'm one of the only contractors that train. I train every Wednesday and every Friday from 7:30 to 9. I take my whole crew, all the trucks are sitting. Yes, it costs me money, but I train my guys. That's why they are who they are today. I train them about saying thank you, saying please, respecting people's time, respecting people's property. They actually wear booties when they go in your house because they don't want to destroy your carpet. There's nobody else out there doing it. If you set yourself apart from everybody else, you'll have more work you know what to do with. This, what you see here today, this was built in the last 5 years, okay? I've been an electrician for 22 years, but for 15, 16 years, it was just me in a truck running around. I hired a guy, Cesar Matos. I don't know where Cesar is. Cesar's my tech who, I hired him, and in 3 days, I bought another truck because he was so good. And that's when I found out that you can work on your business instead of in your business. And from that day, I now have, I don't know if it's 35 vehicles and 12 or 14 trucks with 2 on their way. My business is thriving. You know why my business is thriving? I take care of the customer. In my company, the customer's number 1, the employees are number 2, and then the company. If you take care of the employees take care of the customer, and then the money will come, okay? It's not a secret, it's a simple thing. Take care of your customers. They're the ones that feed you. They're the ones that make your phone ring. My job as the owner is to make the phone ring. Well, I know we all want to start drinking and get back to drinking, but I want to do some things here, and actually I wrote it down, and I'm probably going to have to put my glasses on. If I can get you guys to stay with me for about another 30 seconds, I'd appreciate it. To start off with, I want to introduce Henry Ginsberg. Henry, where are you at, Henry? Henry Ginsberg, right there, my buddy Henry Ginsberg. Henry Ginsberg, he's the general manager of KC Electrical Services, and yes, KC Plumbing and Drain Cleaning. I've just opened up a plumbing and drain cleaning business. Henry has been in the service business for over 30 years. He actually owned City Tire He had a great following with him. Well, hopefully his following will come over to KC Electric. I met Henry at the Founders Club of South Dade, a networking event. Ken Surge, where's Ken at? Ken? There's Ken right there. Ken Surge, General Manager of Global Technologies and KC Smart Homes, home automation. He's been in the business for 17 years. I met him through a referral from his brother, Chuck Surge. Ron Durston. Ron, are you here? Where are you at, Ron? Ron is actually the one who put this together, the media, the presentation. Amazing young man. Where are you at, Ron? Let me see you. Right there. Hey, Ron, that little guy. Stand up on a chair, Ron. All right. Thank you, Ron. Ron Durston. He's operation manager for KC Smart Homes. He's been in the business for 30 years in the media business. Met him at Miami Technology Forum. That happens to be a Wilson Alvarez group. Okay. Also, there's an Ernie Zimmelman. Is Ernie here tonight? Ernie, operating manager of KC Plumbing and Drain Cleaning. Been in the business for 24 years. I've known his father. His father was in the plumbing business. His grandfather was in the plumbing business. I built a relationship with him at the Founders Club also. Cesar Matos, where's Cesar Matos at? Cesar Matos is that technician. Where you at, Cesar? Come on, I want to see you, Cesar. Way over there, Cesar Matos. Cesar is actually that technician that I hired as a helper. And in 2 days, I bought him a truck and I put in a truck. Cesar is really the C of the KC. He's the one that runs the business. I network. I make the phone ring. He makes sure the job gets done. He watches the guys. It's his job. Without Cesar, I couldn't be here today. And I appreciate that, Cesar. Thank you very much. Okay. Richard Fooster. Richard, where are you at? Do I see you somewhere? Richard Fusa back there. See the bald guy back there? Right. If you see this truck out here, the truck that says Smart Homes, there's like a bald guy, that's him. With the computer chips, that's Richard Fusa right there. That's where that came from. He's my control force specialist for KC Smart Homes. Been in the business for 12 years. Thank you guys, I appreciate everything. And now I'm gonna give a quick thanks to the people that have helped me out for this event. Albert Zotero, Falcon Trust Air. Okay, right. I met Albert last year when I did the cancer relay. I was the chair for the cancer relay, and Albert let me use his facility for the after hours, for the after parties. I appreciate that, Albert. Thank you very much. I met Albert at WKBA, West Kendall Business Association. Barry Johnson, I want to thank you for being here today and helping us out. Obviously, we know where we met you at. Great man. I'm lucky to have him to help me out here. I appreciate that. Grant Miller. Where's Grant Miller? Miller Publishing. Is he still here? Okay, where are you at, Grant? All right, Grant. Let me tell you a little story about Grant Miller. Okay, Grant Miller. If anybody knows Grant Miller, you're lucky if you get a minute or two with him. If you don't get his attention, he's gone. You know what? Last month, or let's say it was 2 months, it was in December, I went to a networking event. I wasn't even gonna go because I had another meeting at 12:30, but I went to this event, and Grant comes up to me and goes, Kent, you're a professional networker. And I'm going, me? I'm a freaking electrician. And he's the professional networker. And he comes up to me and goes, Kent, I want you to write a column on my paper. And again, I'm thinking, I have trouble spelling. He wants me to write a column in his paper. But you know, I now have a column in his paper. My picture's up here. In the middle, it's how to fix lights or GFIs or Christmas lights, something like that. And at the bottom, it says KC Electric. Well, if I wouldn't have gone to that event that one day, I wouldn't have got asked that question, and I wouldn't have a column in the paper, okay? That's why networking is extremely important, and you need to go. Mary Scott Russell from Chamber South. Mary Scott. Yeah, Mary. Where are you at, Mary? Thank you, Mary. Thank you. A great friend. I met her through networking. We sit down and talk for 2 or 3 hours. We find out things about each other. It's amazing that you can, what people are when you really talk to them and really get to find out who they are and where they're from. Mike Auerhan from Tamiami Executive Airport. Where are you at, Mike? Right here, front row. I saw him sitting front row. Mike Auerhan. There he is, right here. He's a shy man also. But you know, this facility right here, without Mike, I couldn't have pulled this off. I don't know if you guys know or not, but they're trying to extend the runway. They've already got the approval for the expansion of the runway. They're now looking for money. So if anybody bought their checkbook, Mike will be more than glad to take checks tonight. Andy Abati from Tim Brooks Associate. Where's Andy at? Andy is actually the person who pulled this off tonight. He's a PR guy, as in Ed Gordon are my PR guys. I'm an electrical contractor. I have 2 PR guys. Ed helps me get to know the right kind of people. He helps articles get written about me in the community papers. Andy, right here, Andy, thank you very much. Great job, Andy. Amazing. You make me look good. I appreciate that. Okay? Andy takes me to a corporate level, brings me to where a business should be ran. Without him, I could have never done this. Let me tell you something, people. Tonight, I showed up. I did nothing else except wrote a couple checks and showed up. But Andy and Maria right there, my assistant, and Ron Durston pulled this thing up. Kathy Ramsey, where's Kathy Ramsey at? She also helped us out and put this thing together. You know, I appreciate that. Let me go back to Mike Allerhan. I met him at WKBA. Andy Abati, I met him at WKBA. Ed Gorin, I met him at Pinecrest Business Association. Alex Manfredini Digital Studios. Back there. See the guy, tall guy right there? This guy, he's amazing. If you look around the trucks, if you look at the signs I put, this is him. He's the guy who's my graphics guy. He does amazing work. He sets me apart from everybody else. WKBA, West Kendall Business Association. Jeff Reed from Christ Fellowship, the film crew. Where's Jeff at? He's probably behind the screen here. They're the ones that donated the cameras and are doing the recording right now. And just so you know, this is being recorded. And if anybody wants a tape for $19.95 plus shipping and handling, I'll send you one. All right? It's all about marketing. Okay. George Pena, of course, of Aflac, was TABA, now WKBA. Thank you for pushing me. George is a guy that pushes me to do the cancer. I didn't know I could do the cancer, but he knows his strength and power in me, and he keeps pushing me along the way. The last is Connie Powers. We're having a party. Thank you for catering the event, Connie. I appreciate it, Connie. I have one more person to thank, and then it's over for me, okay? And the last person, certainly not least, my mojo, my mojo, my beautiful wife, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. I love you. Tanya, the person who always believes in me and supports me with all my dreams. Yes, a referral from my mother, okay? Okay. As you can see, I live my life and I run my business through networking. It works. It works. It really does. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Great job, Kent. Thank you so very, very much for not only those wonderful words of wisdom, but for putting this whole event together for us tonight. This has just been a great, great evening. Could we have a round of applause for Kent and all of our speakers here tonight? And everybody who really pulled together to make this possible. It's been a terrific evening. I hope you were paying attention and learned that it's all about people. And Miami, as you all know, is a real big, small town. And people do business with people they know and people they trust. So take the advice of the people that you heard from tonight to get out there, learn that something special about somebody, brand your business in a unique way that sets you apart from your competition, and remember the little things. But most importantly, remember people. You know, they say it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And it begins at that level.